This is going to be Halls of Valor as a Mistweaver monk. I think this and the other two Legion dungeons I showed all have the same minimum level requirement, so it could have been any of these in any order when I came in here. But yeah, I'm level 105 now.
Noble champions to enter my realm. Behold, the Halls of Valor.
Odin wants to talk to me as soon as I come in. This dungeon's cool.
Will test your mettle. And if you are found worthy, the Aegis of Agramar will be yours.
Right, Aegis of Agramar. This place is all about that. Apparently that's a real important thing in the story. It was talked about a lot when I was going through Legion dungeons. Never really understood what it was, but it's an important thing, apparently. A MacGuffin that we have to have. Yeah, so this dungeon, like I said before, I've been in and out of this a lot of times solo when I was cleaning up Legion quests, working on Pathfinder stuff. This may have been the only time I ever came here in a group setting, though. Maybe I did it one other time, I'm not sure, but yeah, I mostly know this from the context of soloing it at max level. Looking at the length of this footage, it takes a little longer at appropriate level, apparently. I don't feel like this is a big place, but I guess it takes a bit. Whoa, what's happened to... Okay, so who do we have in our party? There's a hunter... There's a mage. Mage must have been standing in some stuff. Protection warrior and death knight. Okay. Heimdall. Okay. These are all just Norse mythology names slightly spelled differently. That's how they do it. So I was here a bunch of times, but that was a while ago. I don't actually remember much about this, I guess. Okay, that was cool. So that's kind of like that one dude in, what is it, Siege of Nilzau Temple? Or Gate of the Setting Sun, one of those two. Pandaria Dungeon. I forget which. Anyway. Dancing Blade. Okay, so obviously just don't stand where that gets placed. Okay. There's a server called Shattered Halls. That's a dungeon. There's a server called Blade's Edge. That's a zone in Outlands.
Before you lies your next trial, defeat both Persia and Fenrir, and you will have proven your worth to me.
Alright then. So yeah, this whole dungeon is about gaining Odin's respect, I guess. Yeah, so all the stuff I was doing there, I was doing one tick of Crackling Jade Lightning to apply the Mystic Touch, getting in close so I could leg sweep, and then, what's that thing on the ground? It seemed to push me back when I stepped in it. I've seen runes on the ground that look like that cause anybody who stands in them to have a 100% critical chance. But I think that's something different. Couldn't quite tell for sure, though. Those critical chance runes are kind of funny. They're just like out of the world. I'll fight a dude who summons one under his feet. Make him uncomfortable by stepping way too close to him. Then he, like, politely moves away and gets out of the rune so that I can be in it and take advantage of the critical chance and he loses it. Just because of the way enemies like to be, you know, positioned close to you but not right on top of you. That spreading behavior, though, they don't like to stand on top of each other either. Real annoying when trying to tank more than like 3 things, though, because they kind of spread out in a circle right around where I want them to be. And I can't quite ever navigate them into a place where none of them are behind my back, and therefore able to bypass my dodges and blocks and stuff. So there's like this whole dining hall place here. There's stuff to the left and there's stuff to the right, but a bunch to fight on the way to it. Ooh, that warrior's taking some damage. Okay. Got to him in time, just barely. What's this ring on the ground? The one I was standing in. Okay, so that was a warning that he was about to do a big lightning ring around himself. Got it. So that's a thing. A warning to move out of that location. I wasn't sure what I was seeing. Are we going left or right first? It's up to the warrior. He chooses left. Okay. I think he can go either way first. Herja one way, Fenrir the other way. What's this Death Knight doing? I don't know. I guess she really wanted to go right. Rune of Healing. Okay, that's what that cast bar said. Was I in it for a moment? I'm in it now. Healing 2% of maximum health per second. Okay, so not a big deal. Worth moving a dude out of it. Probably does more on Heroic or Mythic or whatever. Mythic starts in Warlords of Draenor, right? I wanted to say that Mists of Pandaria dungeons had some kind of like challenge mode or something that was pre-Mythic something or other. I never played that expansion when it was current, so I'm not really sure. I still have yet to step into a Mythic dungeon in any kind of current content. It'll probably happen someday. I'm getting closer and closer to being caught up to current with these videos. Like, my buffer is emptying itself. Probably going to show one later today with the same character at max level, but doing something a little bit different from this. Alright, Herja's up here.
Herja has earned this most sacred of rites. She shall ascend as one of my chosen Valkyrie, and her name shall echo in these gilded halls for all eternity.
Oh right, this is like a council boss, sort of. Sort of. This is a different one. I think there's a whole bunch of dudes to fight up here, but you get to choose the order. Yeah, okay, so there are 4 of them. Whoa, okay, that hurt a lot. I stood in a place I shouldn't have stood. I got out of it just barely in time. Same for this hunter and mage, it looks like. Dangerous spot there. Alright, so that one hurts. Here it comes again. Get out. Yeah, so I think there are 4 mini-bosses in a little gauntlet here. You get to choose one, then choose another, then the last 2 fight you together at the same time, and then Herja herself fights? I'm gonna say that's how this goes. It's probably meaningful in some way to choose which to fight first, but I don't really know the differences between them. Presumably they have different abilities. Herja! Move away and expand spell light, empower with thunder, empower with holy, something something. Well, I don't know if I got anything out of that at the same at the time when I watched it, but I at least glanced at the adventure guide. Hold on, I only see 2 dudes here. Okay, yeah, so this is a safety field. You want to be inside, it looks like. Kind of like a lesser version of that last dude in Vortex Pinnacle. What was his name? I forget. Wait, is this the Herja trial already? So on normal, there are only 2, huh? Yeah, I'm used to there being 4 here, because I think every time I came in here solo, I did it on Heroic or Mythic or something, just because that was perfectly handleable at max level, and there were achievements and stuff to get while I was in here. There's one that involves, like, picking up beer mugs in the dining hall there and throwing them at... is it Odin? Somebody. But it requires, I think, a full group, just because you can only carry 1 mug at a time, and it has to be 4 or 5 or something, mugs thrown within a small amount of time, something like that. Not all achievements can be gotten solo. Yeah, okay, so only 2 before Herja. Or am I thinking there might be another event like this before Odin at the end? I guess we'll see. Alright, so I'm in something. What's going to happen here? Casting Sanctify. Did the adventure guide talk about this? Maybe. Okay, so it's just hurt zones on the ground. Stay away. That mage caught one with her body before before it got to me. I guess that's one way to hide from it. Hold on, okay, so that little light ring thing was targeted on the Death Knight there. Eye of the Storm, sure, so stand inside. Same ability as that other dude used. So, like, what's the threat here? It's not like it's hard to get inside the thing and stay in it. Huh. That's weird. Alright, that's Herja. Now for Fenrir. I got a trinket. No, I was hoping I was going to cheat torpedo off of that ledge. It's fun to do off ledges because your speed just carries as long as you're in the air. There wasn't a whole lot of air to get there, though. Top of the waterfall in where you spawn in Earthsong Falls is a great place for that. You have a nice soft landing in the water, but you get to fly just forever. Can't go this way yet. That door leads to Odin. Gotta attack Fenrir first. Was I inside or outside that lightning ring? Looking at the state of my health, I think I was inside. Just barely. It was hard to tell for sure, though. There we go, I got out. Or maybe he died before. Well, I saw the effect go off, but nobody's health lowered. There are multiple things that could mean. Okay, so these are now targeting party members. So it's one of those don't be close to each other mechanic things. Little hard to do when melee. I guess Death Knight just needs to run away from the warrior's location in that situation. Or just let me heal through it, that also works. Whoa, you just got hit for a third of your health. I saw that come off in one blow. Wow. Okay, so that can happen. Enemy must have caught him with a big attack in between, like, shield block, ignore pain, etc. Is this warrior using those abilities? No, I'm gonna watch and see. So it looks like a portal, but it's not a traditional portal. Walk into it and this happens.
These grounds. It will take cunning and guile to slay this beast. A perfect test of your worthiness.
Why am I just standing here? Okay, so, Fields of the Eternal whatever. This is a real weird outdoor zone. So, it's a big wolf here, Fenrir. We have to hunt it down. We'll fight it a little bit in one spot. It goes away to lick its wounds in another spot, then we fight it there, and then we're done and can come back. Every single time I came here alone, it was in the same two places. But I remember distinctly, what is this Death Knight doing? Does she know? Huh. I remember distinctly that this group gets very lost in this location. So I want to see if Fenrir is in the places where I expect it to be. Should be like just ahead here on the left, kinda. What is happening? No one seems to know. I certainly don't. I'm waiting for the protection warrior to pick a place to go. He doesn't know. Death Knight's acting like she might know, but isn't saying anything. And now we attracted the attention of this bull. Alright, so I see how this is gonna go. Yeah. Nobody is sure what to do. Wonder if this is the warrior's first time here. It could have been. He seemed a little unsure in the dining hall, too. You can usually follow the breadcrumbs okay, in a dungeon like this. Yeah, so Fenrir should be just over on our left, I think? I don't see it. Maybe not. Or is it this cave? No, that's the second cave, like where he comes to lick his wounds, right? With all the bones around it. That sounds right to me. So we're probably already past it. Maybe he patrols around and I just always happen to get there right around the same time when I was coming here alone. Like take the same amount of time, so always in the same spot on the patrol routes. I don't know. But we're going to be fighting wildlife here for a little while until people figure out what's going on. I get to skin stuff. Wasn't there another skinner in this party? Yes. Two people competing for things. Yeah, this little cave of bones. That's Fenrir's den, but it's not there right now. Alright, well, let's go off in the wilderness for a bit. Well, that didn't go right. So, something happened there. It's hard to tell what exactly. Okay, so everybody runs back. I saw the Death Knight run off. Then a bunch of wolves got on me. Did I, like, cast a healing spell on her, maybe? Warrior just wasn't doing anything about it. Okay, that was a weird wipe, but that's what happens. Looking for a glimpse of Fenrir to my left. but at the time I didn't know to look left, so I'm not seeing it now. Don't think it's on screen at all. There's like this whole big zone, you know, this is one of those places where, like, a bunch of dungeons have these. It's... What are you doing? Okay, this Death Knight just has no idea what she's doing. Not waiting for the Protection Warrior to lead the way. She's just death gripping the Ebon Call Warg to her and just starting combat on her own. I can't skin that one. Yo, what's happening? Well. This sure is turning into a mess. I mean, it is a thing that each individual has to learn, that in order for a dungeon to go smoothly, you really want to never start combat when the tank is not already in combat with your targets. And some people just don't learn that before I group with them. So that's a lesson this player has yet to learn, it seems. When things slow down, she just walks off on her own and doesn't have a plan. She's carrying the dungeon guide flag, but is not really saying anything. Not really taking actions that make sense for a dungeon guide. Running off on her own. There's a hunter back there. What's this hunter doing? Mage knows what to do. Sticking with the tank. We're just gonna do whatever. Yeah, so right, a bunch of dungeons, apparently this is one, have just all this stuff off the beaten path that there's no reason to ever interact with. So we're in one of those zones right now. This is probably a place that most people who come through this dungeon, who know where they're going, just would never see. Because there's really nothing of interest in this area. This is not where Fenrir is. But there's all this stuff. There are, what are those called? Vrykul, who are, I guess, here to hunt for stuff. And we can fight them. Just kind of going back and forth, not really getting anywhere. This is so weird. How long does this manage to go on before people realize something's wrong? Okay, so one of those got close to the hunter. He ended up in combat by accident. Alright, the warrior did notice and come back. Man, it is way past time for somebody to say something about what's going on here. It'll happen eventually. I forgot just how long this went on without that happening. I should have gotten a better run here. Again, this is the only time I ever came here in a group setting, so this is the footage that I have. I mean, this is an experience. This will loop back around to where we came in. Did we miss the wolf? Finally! You ask the important question. We're just gonna run back, not mount up or anything. He's gonna run into a tree. What's this orc doing? So right, map shows Fenrir in that cave. But Fenrir is not currently there. Whoa, where'd they come from? There's a wolf ambush there. Ouch! Now they're all on me. He didn't gain any threat on them or something. Or maybe they have a threat drop, that's also possible. Yeah, maybe that was what happened when they killed me after the Death Knight got their attention. I am seeing them charge toward non-primary targets. That's probably all it is, okay. So just be careful how many Ebon Claw Wargs are in combat at a time, maybe? Where was this Death Knight? She came charging in from someplace. Man, this group. It was fine right until we got to the hunting grounds. Then everything fell apart. I'm just along for the ride. I don't know any better at this point. Would I say anything if I did? Yeah, I would have pointed out Fenrir if we'd gone by it and I knew where to find it. It's further back. So look on the right. Big wolf somewhere. Or just stand doing nothing. Points at Fenrir. Okay, there we go. Found it. It's there. People trying to skip that bear, I guess. Where'd my warrior go? Wrong way. Hunter went wrong way. Here we go. I circled Fenrir. I should be saying something. Someone should be saying something. No one wants to talk here. Yeah, communication could have gone a long way here. Sometimes it's just fun to stay silent when things like this are happening and just watch how they play out. This doesn't look particularly fun. We could have done better. Can't skin that bear for some reason, and I don't know why. Fenrir, you have glowing runes on you. Huh. Yeah, he's in the same place as I expected him. Just a little bit off the beaten path. Not visually obvious when walking over there. We have... Oh man, that was a terrible time for Primal Rage. Well, we have it now. Now that Fenrir ran away. Alright, so Hunter clearly hasn't been here before. Well, that was already clear. Man, this is kind of like my run in Eye of Ajara. Sort of. Minus all the wipes and stuff. There was one wipe, but that was just a sudden surprise, not like not being able to handle a boss. That run was a lot more fun than this one, though. Okay, finally. Fenrir, licking wounds. Here we go. Finish it off. Got a bunch of spears stuck in it. I wonder what Unnerving Howl does. Doesn't seem to be a fear. Doesn't seem to put a debuff on me. Now I have some kind of bleed. Yeah. It doesn't have a duration on it. Oh hey, Scent of Blood gives me a run speed buff. That's neat. It helps me run away. Yeah, I am bleeding. Maybe it goes away when Fenrir's defeated? Yes, it does. Okay. Huh. Okay, we did it! This monumental task!
I look
You better appreciate this, Odin. And it sounds like he does. Alright, finally. We can leave this place, go meet Odin, and actually finish the dungeon. What a detour. Alright, yeah, so that's what this place looks like through the eyes of someone who has never been here. Doesn't look too great. This place is a problem. Oh right, Odin gives us a run speed boost for the rest of the dungeon. Or at least until we get to him. Don't even have to mount up to run fast. Or is that about to run out? No, that's something else on me. Odin's Blessing, no duration. Neat. And he makes this cool bridge appear. Bridge moves us even faster. I'm now a little bolt of light. That one doesn't have a buff to explain itself. My character model no longer exists.
Throughout your trials, you have demonstrated strength, skill, and intellect.
Okay, yeah, this is what I thought was the Hersha fight.
Now, you will face them in combat.
Let's see, those glyphs on the ground.
And you may yet claim
Well, what?
your prize.
Valor Champion? How'd this happen? Where's our warrior? There he is. Okay, he noticed. Somebody got some threat through the dining hall. In this group, that's not too much of a surprise at this point. That was a little unnecessary, but that's what I did. Yeah, so those runes on the ground, I think that might be a mechanic during the fight. You have to, like, run to the matching one for something? Alright, yeah, so talk to any of these and they'll fight you now. Wait a minute. Ranulf, Haldor. What were those other two names? These are the dudes from,
Anguish will echo through eternity.
these are, the statues that, what's his name in Utgard Pinnacle prays to during his fight. What is his name? Last boss, Utgard Pinnacle. Well, I am just drawing a complete blank on it. King Ymiron, that's the one. Yeah, okay, so recurring characters. Neat. We actually get to meet the dudes themselves.
The abyss.
So that was Ranulf of the Screaming Abyss, or whatever it was. Haldor of the Rocky Cliffs. Bjorn of the Black Sea, is it?
Take joy in crushing you.
What's the other one? Well, that's a nice little bit of continuity. Nature locked. Rude. At least it wasn't too long.
My strength fails.
Tor of the Brutal Siege, that's the one. I can hear the voice lines so clearly in my head just because I hear them so many times running at Utgard Pinnacle. Yeah, so last two both fight together.
You have bested.
Honored Ancestor? What's this? King Tor consumes the power of a Honored Ancestor. Okay. Huh.
The spoil is deleted. The Aegis of Agrimar is yours for the taking.
Alright. Oh, right, we gotta do stuff with this shield. Somebody picks it up. I read about this in the adventure guide. Alright. Hulkslam picked it up.
Proved my worth.
God King Skovald.
I am God King Skovald. These mortals dare
Uh-oh, he wasted it.
my claim to the ages. The vanquishers have already taken possession of it, Skovald, as was their right. Your protest comes too late. If these false champions will not yield the Aegis by choice, then they will surrender it in death. Give up the Aegis.
So we fight God King Skovald, sure. You're supposed to use that as a specific time during this fight. This is not the time, I'm pretty sure. Ragnarok, that's the one. Yep, so he wasted it right before Ragnarok goes off. Oops! That's what the Aegis is for, to protect you from that. Well, some of us survived that. You suppose this Death Knight can raise ally? Suppose she's gonna think of it? The Aegis of Agrimar overloads. It's on the ground now. Nope, this fight's gonna take longer. Yeah, okay, Death Knight picked it up and is just using it now. Not waiting for Ragnarok at all. So... I mean, I didn't remember all the details, but I had at least read about this in the adventure guide. Did we get our mage back? Yeah, we got our mage back. Okay. Death Knight found her raise ally button. That's nice. Here comes Ragnarok! And the shield's on cooldown. I'm just gonna have to heal through it. Here we go. Okay, mage knows how to use it. She's like the only one here who knows how to play, it seems. By which I mean, has done this dungeon before and has some idea of what's going on. That's my impression. Okay, we did it.
Most impressive. I never thought I would meet anyone who could match
Do we fight Odin now?
Valjar's strength.
I think we
And
might.
here you stand.
Yeah, we do.
There is one final trial that awaits. Me. Should you triumph, I will carve your names in these sacred halls myself and grant you a reward worthy of your valor.
But we already got the Aegis. We should have just taken it and left. Why we have to fight Skovald and Odin? That seems unnecessary. Oh, I gotta talk to him to start it. Okay, I see that talk icon. Cursor thing.
Have you brought valor to these halls?
Fatigue debuff's almost run out.
It has been.
If a hunter noticed, we could get another Bloodlust. That would actually do something this time.
Let the battle begin!
Man, so many things went wrong here. It's kind of a comedy of errors. Alright, let's see if these runes do anything. There's a mechanic with them, but I don't know if it's applicable on normal. Radiant Tempest. I'm stepping out of that. Other people didn't. Only 2 people didn't. They both survived. One just barely. Okay. That looked like just a get away from him sort of thing. I was able to just walk away. I didn't use Cheetah Peter or anything. Maybe the Aegis could have protected us there too. Here we go, Runic Brand. I have that rune. I need to walk to the matching one. That's how it is. I did it. And now I'm someone else. What? Hey, we got Time Warp. There we go. Oh, and we're done. Oh yeah, he only fights to... Oh man! Once again! Bloodlust just half a second before the combat ends. Hey, I'm a Valkyr now. I don't really like that. There, I'm a Panda again. Much better. Alright, well that was Halls of Valor. What a messy run. Not the worst I've had, but not great.
Remember, life is nothing without valor.
Okay, Odin. Well, that sure was a run. I'll see you next time.